Greetings and salutations, friends. My name is Nicolas Chae, and welcome to my on-demand session for Adobe Max. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I got asked to speak at Adobe Max, one of the largest conferences in the world for creators, I was shocked. Me? What did I have to say that people would care about? But as I started to reminisce on everything that led me to this exact moment here today, things started to make sense. How every little decision, obstacle, or achievement was showing me the path all along. So today, I'm just going to bring you guys along on my journey in hopes that you guys can find some connection and inspiration to start or continue your own story. Let's get into it. Now, growing up, I always knew I had an affinity for the arts. I was always a creative friend in the group, bringing around my little camera, making homemade travel videos, and documenting the youth of my childhood. Looking back, I never realized that's what we call today vlogging.
What are we doing? Rooftops. Oh, is this your vlog?
Come follow us.
Vlog?
Come follow us.
For me, it was always just a way I could capture these memories so I could look back on one day. So over the summer after graduating high school, I decided to start my YouTube channel.
What is up, guys? It is currently 6:15 a.m. I'm headed to meet up with Morgan because we have a long day ahead of us.
Looking back, there was never a moment that I envisioned this could turn into a full-time career or even lead me to where I am today. At the time, they were just silly little videos. But after getting into Princeton, I realized something. Not only was I at the #1 university in the country, but this is something that people were actually interested in. Day in the life videos had just started popping up, so I decided to make a day in the life of a Princeton University student.
My name is Nick Chae, and today I'll be doing a day in my life video. I'm a freshman at Princeton University studying economics, and today I'll be taking you around campus, showing you what the classrooms look like, showing you what it's like to be a college kid. As you can see, I just woke up, got ready for my day, and I've got some work to do, and then I'm headed to my classes.
I don't want nobody. Days till I fade away. Who can save the day? I'm lost in all my.
Good morning. It's 10 a.m. right now. Actually, it's a little past 10 a.m. I'm running late for my class, but welcome to the life in the day of an economics student. Let's go.
Little did I realize how this would catapult me to where I am today. Now, as a college student at an Ivy League school, academics were obviously important. For everyone else, probably a little bit more so than me. Even though I decided to pursue a degree in economics, I realized this is something to document, to share with the world what it was really like at an Ivy League college, raw and unfiltered. While my classmates were working on problem sets, I was editing videos. Cramming for my finals in 24 hours quickly became my thing. And over the course of 3 years, that hard work finally started to pay off. I hit my milestone of 100,000 subscribers, a surreal culmination of all those late nights paying off.
And they don't have no award for that.
My name's Nick Chae, and you're probably wondering how I got here. Well, let's take it back to the beginning. This film is to show that I'm just like any other kid from the suburbs, and that there's no formula to being successful. There's hard work, patience, and a little bit of luck.
And we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Go back. This is the moment.
It's a project I've been working on for over 6 months now, and definitely the biggest endeavor I've made. I hope this inspires you to chase your dreams and to never stop believing in yourself.
Like the ceiling can't hold us. So we put our hands
And from that moment, I realized I was no longer just a student, but a creator. So whether you're currently a student, working a full-time job, or looking to make that jump into content, know that no matter what you are or what you're doing, create within your circumstances. This will always be the best way to get started. Don't feel like you have to go out of your way to do something crazy to make content. Take what you're already doing, document that, and find a way to find the story in your everyday life. Now, after graduating with a degree in economics, I was at a crossroads. Follow the traditional path like my peers and get a job in finance or consulting, something I knew I already didn't enjoy, or take a leap of faith and continue building what I already started. So I did just that. I moved to New York City to pursue content creation as a full-time career. While my friends were working 9 to 5, I was working 24/7. Every day was a chance to find something new and create. Whether it was running errands around Manhattan or cleaning my apartment, finding the creative in the mundane was my daily goal. And throughout that journey, brands wanted to get involved. Over the past 6 years as a creator, I've worked with some of the biggest brands, been a part of commercial campaigns, and built a business that's allowed me to sustain this lifestyle. But none of that would have been possible if I hadn't just gotten started. If you're doing this for the money or the fame, let me tell you right now, you're in it for the wrong reasons. Every brand or company I've worked with has found my content through the authenticity I've developed with my audience and the genuine passion I have for the content I'm creating. So yes, it may take you 100 videos to get your first brand deal, but if you never get started because you're worried about how to turn this into a job, you're already a step behind. Find that passion and then go all in.
Be mine. Without you, I might get so miserable and I can't tell what's wrong and right. Being on my side, living easy, right? You feel so underestimated, but you were my pride.
Now, I've gone on and on about how you need that passion to start building your career as a creator. And for a while, that spark was what kept me going. Regardless of the views, I kept my head down and kept grinding. But eventually, I realized something. My journey as a content creator was something I never aspired for. Yes, this had opened up some of the craziest experiences of my life, but at the end of the day, I knew I was meant for something bigger. Something that wasn't just views, likes, and followers. I realized I'm not here to chase fame. I'm here to build a legacy. So in my last few months of living in New York City, I decided to make my first short film, something that was completely written and directed by me. It was the first time I had taken everything I had learned from my years of building a YouTube channel and turned it into something bigger, something cinematic. So throughout my last month in New York City, I wrangled a couple of my friends and we shot a film. And to be honest, this truly opened my eyes to the world of filmmaking. For my entire career, I had always been a solo shooter. Filming and editing were always something I had done by myself. But now I actually had a team, a crew, a group of people who saw my vision and were able to fulfill it. And I still remember at my first screening, seeing the title credits roll in and seeing written and directed by me. And for the first time, I asked myself, what if I'm not meant to be a creator, but a filmmaker? So after moving out of New York City, I decided to pivot, take a step back from the career I had built and get back to the root of it all. Stories. Stories that were my own, but that I had yet to see in the real world. So my mom gave me a choice, either get a real job or apply to film school. And by now, I'm sure you guys know which route I chose. So I applied to film schools, and much to my surprise, I got in. Not into just any film school, but the USC School of Cinematic Arts, arguably the #1 film school in the country. A few months ago, I got accepted into USC's School of Cinematic Arts, the #1 film school in the country. And let's just say it went something like this.
Look!
So in November of last year, I packed up my entire life and made the cross-country road trip all the way to Los Angeles, California. And let me tell you, little did I realize how much coming to film school would change my life.
You was at the party getting torn up and vicious. All for a man who ain't paying your attention. Should've done the same, should've left you in them trenches. Rob like a starter.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially arrived here at the School of Cinematic Arts on my first day of school. Let's get inside. First time walking through the gates as an official student. Man, so surreal. Check this out.
Oh, you had me tripping.
For once, I actually enjoyed coming to school. My lectures were no longer on econometrics or political science, but cinematography, editing, directing. Things I actually cared about, things I was actually good at, and things that were also directly applicable to my career as a content creator. And for the past 6 months, being a student of the game has been one of the most insightful periods of my life. For the first time in a long time, I finally feel like I have a sense of purpose. No longer am I just making silly little videos with my friends, but taking the stories from my life and using the visual medium of cinema to share that with the world. Working with my classmates to create something that's bigger than all of us. I'm no longer just a kid with a camera making videos in my college dorm room. Now I'm a director, leading an entire crew to bring a vision to life. But looking back, everything I had done leading up to this moment in my life had been part of me putting in the reps. The hundreds of hours I've spent editing my vlogs in Premiere Pro has directly translated into how I edit my films today. The dozens of videos I've shot by myself have trained my eye as a cinematographer. And finding the stories in my mundane life have now shaped the films that I write and direct. So once again, I find myself being at the crossroads of a student and a creator. But this time, it's more than that. I'm a writer, a director, an editor, a producer, a cinematographer. Everything has led me to this moment right now where I'm not just a creator, but a cinematic creator. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Nicolas Chae, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.